Baruch Shem Kevod Malkuto Lelam Ve'ed Od Pa'am Anachnu Ba'im Lefanecha Malka Adira Ve'ani Rabbi Binyamin HaKohen Shalom Shalom Mishpachati. Yes, you guessed it. We are back on scene. Fellowship Farm, July 1st. Hallelujah. We're in the midst of a beautiful season. This is new month, the 6th month. Sorry, the 4th month of the year. And we have made significant progress here, as we're going to demonstrate, as the queen is in the midst of weeding the strawberry bush. Shalom, shalom, Malka. Shalom, Mac.
Shalom, shalom, Miss Prakar.
Hallelujah.
Peace, my family.
You are Avodah Harbe, working hard here, as we can see in Bagan.
I'm working very hard in the garden.
Fellowship Farm.
Yep.
On the 1st of, they say, July. It is about 90 degrees on this beautiful day, but it's a coolness here, yes?
It is.
And we wanted to just update you as we've started this Return to the Land project about 3 months ago, and we're starting now just to see, we're starting to reap some of the harvest. Bavakwa Tagid Lanu, tell us, Queen, what we have going on here today?
Well, right now, as you can see, I'm weeding the strawberry patch.
It looks beautiful.
We had caged it in. We just went to the store, the hardware store, and got some of this fencing and caged it in because it was being chewed on by the rodents.
I see some strawberries.
And whatnot.
Look at that.
So we caged it in, and
4 strawberries right there. Look at that.
now we can finally see some of the strawberries come up. So we have plenty of them here.
The works of my hands, that they may be what? Glorified. Look at that, family. Mishpacha. That is beautiful.
Yafa.
See that? You see that? That's what we call organic. Organically grown. The works of your hands. Come on, dear.
No pesticides or things like that. No chemical enhancers. Just let nature do its job, and don't put any additives into your food, because they have a way of showing up in your body one time or another, and then you don't know what's wrong with you, but you got to go straight to the doctor.
It is beautiful. So
now, besides the strawberries,
yes,
we planted some other things.
Yes.
Some things came up.
I plant. Let me show them. Let me show 'em what I plant. Come here.
Some things came up. Some things did not.
Ta-da! Take a look at my hand, my masterpiece. I'm so proud of this bush, these plants that I started from a little tiny seed. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess? Can they see close up? Come up close. Come up close. Yes. Sweet. I want to snap it off and eat it right now, but I don't want to do it just yet. But look how beautiful it's coming in. Isn't that beautiful, dear?
Yep, some of these are definitely ready to be harvested. And what you want to do is you do want to harvest your peas so that more of them can come out, because a lot of the energy will be taken by the older ones if you don't take them off.
Okay.
And then you won't get any new ones coming out because the energy will be going to the older ones. So you want to make sure that you build some fencing around your sweet peas, something that it can be braced on.
Okay.
And something that it can grow onto and attach onto, because these little guys here are trying to wrap around something. They're trying to hold on to something. So here, they're hugging each other. They're holding on to each other.
And they're growing taller and stronger.
They grow taller.
When you feel, that's another thing I've noticed, in that when you touch your plants, you can feel energy. It's like a heartbeat. It may sound a little silly, but for real, you can feel the energy, whether it is healthy or whether it's sick.
So now that's the sweet peas. We want to take a walk over here to
Whoop,
see
whoop. Come on, show us
what
what you got.
happens with the squash.
Look at it. The vines are starting to take over.
So these are all planted from seed also.
Wow.
And if you look underneath the large leaves,
Wow.
you can see some of the squash blossoms coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them will be blossoms,
beautiful these
some of them
leaves
will
are.
be zucchini, some of them will be acorn.
Wow.
But the thing about it is, every plant that you plant that is edible, their flowers are edible also.
Mm.
So if this never becomes a zucchini or an acorn
You can eat
squash
that
or
flower.
butternut squash, just go ahead and eat the flower. Add it to your salads, or you can also stuff it,
Mm-hmm.
like with some cashew nut pate
Okay.
or
Make a
mushroom
wrap with it?
pate. Put it in your wrap.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
And what's that funny looking plant over there?
Oh, this is a weed. It's called lamb's ear,
Uh-huh.
and it's very soft. It's very
Looks
extremely
like he's trying to
soft.
grow corn at the top there.
Well, it normally grows up very, very tall.
Mm-hmm.
It should, at this point, be maybe about 8 feet tall.
Wow.
But what happened was we got so much rain
Mm-hmm.
this season that it fell over.
Mm-hmm.
Then it started trailing the land,
I see.
and now it's coming back up again.
All right, you saved it.
So we have about 4 tomato plants
Tomato patch is over there.
growing up over here.
Beautiful.
4 or 5 of those.
Tomatoes. Beautiful. And what's that behind you? Something I think I love.
Oh, these here are grapes.
Grapes. You know what we do with grapes?
This is a beautiful, beautiful grapevine that's trellising
We
on
worked
some
hard to
bamboo.
build this archer here, and we put this bamboo up. Remember that?
Yes, we cut it
We
up.
showed them how to put the bamboo up in there. And now
In
look,
the previous episode, we showed you how to cut it and to place it.
there is a cluster of grapes
See
right
here,
there.
this cluster. Actually, it's 2 clusters.
Nice. We're going to have some libation.
Here's more.
Whoop, whoop. Yes, that's how
And
you
you
do
can
it.
actually eat the grape leaves also.
Are you serious?
Yes, they're very nutritious.
Whoa, beautiful.
And over here, this patch needs
Looking
to be
some more
weeded.
tomatoes over there, but I think we planted some peppers over here.
This
Some
needs
sage.
to be weeded, but this is sage in here.
Mhm.
And we're going to go in here and find the sage and release it from the twine of weeds. And I just have to let you know that weeds are really not the enemy.
No, they're not.
There are many, many nutritious weeds
We
that
just
you
don't
want
know
to
their purpose
find
yet.
out about. There are 2 of them that we are researching now. 3 actually. The lamb's ear is one of them, which you just got finished seeing. We're going to research that. Plantain is another one.
Mm-hmm.
Plantain is also the name of a
Not to be
banana-like tropical
confused
fruit.
with the tropical fruit
But
plantains.
yeah, there's
right?
another called plantain, and it's actually a green herb that's good for your digestive system.
Mhm.
And then, of course, you all know about the dandelions, and dandelions are very good for your skin, for your eyes, for everything. Dandelion is a very powerful, powerful
Let's
weed.
move down to the back, but we got 2 more minutes to record
So
here.
this here is the sage.
The sage. Beautiful.
And actually, the sage, every herb gets a flower. And from every flower, from every herb, you can eat the flowers.
Uh-huh.
And you can add them to your salads and whatever. And it's a very nice taste.
We got some Hebrews down at the end of this garden we want to show you. Very, very nutritious.
So come down here and I'll show you.
Some Hebrews.
Now,
But first we got some greens. Different type of greens.
these are greens. These are mustard greens.
Look how tall they're growing.
And they grow, these particular
Butterflies
species
love
grow
it.
very, very tall. And they get these beautiful yellow
Now
flowers
these-
on them.
I love these. You can eat these. I love these. Here, take a bite.
For every herb that you eat, for every herb that grows,
Mm.
and the flower that grows off the herb,
Mm.
you can eat it. So it's a very beautiful, small, teeny tiny yellow flower, but it packs a punch.
Take a bite for them.
It's very good in your salad.
Oh, I love it.
And actually, these are the pods where we'll get more seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And you let your pods grow, and then you let them grow to the point where they get dry,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can pluck them off and get the seed.
Mustard greens. I'm telling you, your plate will come alive, live. Woo! Gotta get some mustard greens.
Mustard greens, actually, you can pluck them off and make a nice little wrap
Mm-hmm.
out of them.
Oh,
and
yes.
put some cashew nut cheese in.
All right.
Or mustard or mushroom pate, anything like that. Wrap it right up and eat it. It is so good. Better than bread.
Fresh, right
Better
off the
than
garden.
bread.
Gotta have it. Gotta have it. I see some Hebrews back here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Look at that.
This is the Hebrew chard.
They call them what?
The Hebrew chard.
Not the Swiss. We got our own thing now called Hebrew chard. Yeah, we was in the process of weeding the bed. But beautiful job, Queen Adira, and bringing forth this Hebrew chard. It may look familiar to you when we're in Israel. It looks very similar. Nice red vines, veins that's coming up. I love it. Very good. And we had a watermelon patch back here. We'll still see what's going to happen back here. We're working with that.
Yeah, we were trying to see if the watermelon seeds would work from last year's watermelon harvest. Sometimes things work and sometimes they don't. But we're going to just take a look and watch things like this.
Promising. Last but not least, take a look at this vegetation that's growing up here. Boom, an explosion back here. Tell us about it, Queen.
So these were, this is where we planted the collard green seeds, but they seem not to have taken either.
Something else exploded here.
Something else did come out, and we're going to take some time and study it. We're going to find out what goes on and
looks a little bit like
exactly
marijuana, but I guarantee you it is not.
So we did plant. We planted some squash.
Okay.
We're going to start some squash back here since we have plenty of space. Okay. Squash needs space. It needs time and it needs space.
Like you see in the front of the yard.
So the front of the yard, that's a little bit restricting for the squash. So we're going to plant these beautiful, beautiful squash plants.
Perfect time. It's the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
You know, in your planting season, beginning of the month is always great. The gravity from the moon will be pulling at the earth now until it becomes full moon.
And this is, again, a new moon. We have begun the month of Tammuz. So Yakai for that.
Yes, yes, yes.
The Hebrew month of Tammuz.
Doesn't stop, doesn't stop.
So we will be moving forward from our springtime harvest into our fall planting and our fall harvest.
Wonderful job. Wonderful job, Akoti.
Because when Sukkot comes around,
we're going to have a nice harvest.
You want to have a nice harvest. So you constantly come, check, weed, replant, plant again if it doesn't work out. But use the goodness
And back
of
at the house, we planted what today?
Oh, today we planted okra.
Okra!
Lady fingers.
Woo, woo, woo. Yes.
And then I put them in a little dish of water, the seeds in a little dish of water, and I kept them in there for 3 days, and they started to sprout. So we're going to see what happens. We planted them at the house today.
So that's July 1st, and we wanted to give you this quick update. As always, until the next time, we love you, family. Anything else, the Queen, for instructions for the summer?
Oh, for the summer, definitely.